site where fake Hugh O'Byrne was finally cornered and slain on Sunday morning, the 8th of May 1597, the culmination of a hunt that had begun 2.5 years previously. History is about change. Perhaps no century has seen more changes than the 17th, changing from a Gaelic system with land in the hands of Irish Catholic landowners to a land owned by Protestants. The 1600s saw the O'Byrnes lose most of their landed estates. Phelan, Chieftain, lost Glenmalure in 1631, but regained large sections of it during the Catholic uprising of 1641. Unfortunately, Oliver Cromwell quelled that uprising, inflicting on many Irish families a stark choice: to hell or to Connaught. Land ownership was the basis of private wealth, social position and political power. By the end of the 17th century, most of the landed property of the county was in the hands of a small section of the community, who had secured their supremacy through a policy of religious exclusiveness enforced by a severe penal code. Irish Protestants had been confirmed in the uneasy possession of their lands, acquired mainly through successive policies of confiscation, leaving the dispossessed Catholics with a sense of injustice and a smouldering resentment. Here we are now, about to celebrate Clann Byrne Reunion Mass in Byrnes in Glenmalure. It has an added significance this year because it's the 300th anniversary of the Byrnes of O'Byrnes arriving in the valley of Glenmalure after the eviction from Dunganstown Castle in 1691. The Penal Code was a system of laws with a religious bias aimed against Roman Catholics to set up a monopoly in the hands of a minority group. They lasted until about 1770 and reached their height in the early 18th century, when Catholics were not allowed arms or a horse worth £5, the outward sign of a gentleman. They were forbidden to have their children educated abroad, forbidden to intermarry, and confirmed in their estates if they rejected their Catholic faith. Masses were banned, priests were fined, imprisoned and outlawed, and this led to a situation where the Catholic Church went underground, and the tradition of masses held on mass rocks in hilly country areas like Glenmalure was established. Behind me here is Byrnes, which is the ancestral home, even to today, of the Byrnes who arrived from Dunganstown in 1691. The Byrnes were evicted, having fought on King James I's side against William of Orange. Thomas More, who was the chieftain of Dunganstown Castle, his brother Raymond had been killed at the Battle of the Boyne, and because they unfortunately had selected the losing side, they were evicted from Dunganstown Castle and came here to Glenmalure.